Welcome back to Tribal Council, Blackbeard. Raise your hand if I'm sounding like a broken record. I feel bad for y'all. Like just watching you guys fight in every single challenge. Sometimes you come close. Sometimes it's like y'all got whooped. Today was a little bit mix of both. A little bit of possibly bad hiding, possibly a little bit of bad searching moves. Nonetheless, another loss means somebody else leaves. An already small tribe of 6 is going to be a tribe of 5. 5 versus 9. 9. Y'all have seen this show, right? Y'all know this is a numbers game, right? We'll get to the question and answer ceremony. Let's start off with Max. Max, how has the tribe changed since, or the vibe around camp? Has it improved for the better since Megan left? Has it improved for the worse?
I mean, I don't even, how many days has it been since I don't know. It hasn't been long. So like, it's really hard because I mean, every time we lose someone, it's just like another good morning text you don't get, or another reaction to a GIF or something like that. So it definitely gets harder the smaller we get. But it also brings us closer together because we do have to help each other with like losing these people, because it does affect us quite emotionally when we have to say goodbye to anybody, because of the time we've all spent together and how close we've gotten, because we've had to do this so many times that I think it's been a little difficult because, of course, like I said, it's another text you don't get, but we've adapted and we've been there for each other. So
do you think this tribe has made a mistake on getting rid of people in the past, perhaps, that were better for the tribe, but maybe those who are like remaining here weren't as close or connected to you? Do you think this tribe prioritized connection over like tribe strength, essentially?
I don't think so. I think it really goes round by round because I mean, sometimes I know people have voted on competition performance and sometimes people have voted on connection. It really does depend on the round. But I think this tribe is a very emotionally woven like tribe together. Like I think we're all emotionally weaved together quite tightly. So I would probably say connections is a pretty important one for us, but of course we have to look at all aspects every time we have to vote someone out.
Rachel, Max mentioned that like this team is woven together. And in order to weave something, everybody, each strand has to play a role. Like you don't have something woven if all of the strands aren't like working in unison, right? So how do you decide like which strand to pluck?
Oh my God, it's not easy at all. But I feel like for me personally, it's based on connection. But I feel like at this point, like we're all working, like you mentioned, like in unison. And I mean, I definitely think it's going to hurt us no matter who's voted out, because I feel like, especially at this point, we've all been putting our best into it, and losing somebody as a number is going to be hard, but losing someone like as an asset to the tribe is definitely going to be hard.
How do you make this decision? There's only 6 of you. 4 is majority. 3 is to tie. And then there's also thinking about, okay, if I survive this vote, where do I stand on a tribe of 5?
There's so much that goes into it. And I don't want to say it's like a crapshoot on who to vote for, because I really think everybody's like put their best work in. And it's so hard to pick one person out that's like, okay, this is where the vote is. Whenever I talk to everyone, they're like, I don't know. I haven't decided. Like, it's so up in the air. And I think based on how the vote goes, I can kind of determine like where I stand with people based on the conversations that I've had and where people's heads are at. But it really is so hard to gauge where, like, especially on a smaller tribe, like where exactly everybody stands with each other. But yeah, I don't want this to happen.
Thank you, Rachel. Taisha,
What's up?
I know you couldn't see the game board as it was playing out, unless like you drew your own one up and played as it was going on. But like as you heard, Blackbeard loses a piece, Blackbeard loses a piece. Give me a play-by-play of just like how you're feeling as the challenge was going on, as somebody who participated but was a spectator at that point.
I don't know. I just felt like sick. You could just like see their faces, you know, Calico, like they're just smug and it just doesn't feel nice knowing that you have to go back and do the same thing over and over again. Like you said, we're losing our numbers. And they literally basically got forced to go to travel once. So like they haven't really had that feeling of losing.
Do you think it's a wrap for the Blackbeard tribe?
I mean, with our numbers, I feel like nevertheless we're gonna stay together anyway if something does happen. But that's really all there is on that. Like I think isn't a wrap like maybe for the tribe, but we're probably gonna stick together nevertheless.
Okay. Livingston. Do you realize how important this vote is? Does your tribe realize how important this vote is? And I've said that every tribal, like since the second one in a row, I said, oh, the third one's important, oh, the fourth. But do you really realize how important this vote is?
I mean, yeah, like we feel it. It's like we have this like it's like the anchor on our ship just gets heavier and heavier every fucking round. That's exactly what it feels like. In each round, it's like first tribal we had to cut off a pinky, and now we're having to cut off like an entire leg. Like it just the pressure gets worse and worse, and we feel it worse and worse. I promise you that. It's not gotten any easier. The storm cloud over top our ship just keeps growing, and we have to hope that regardless of what happens, swap or not, we're all able to swim ashore. And regardless of what happens, we know that this is important, but like these are some of the best people I think I've ever played an org with. These are some of the best pirates I've ever sailed with. And it's just like, regardless, we have to do this, unfortunately. And whoever's standing here after, hopefully we can pull something together, because regardless, like Calico's not taking this thing easy, even though it may be to their side right now. You know, Calico's not just running away with the rest of the game. I think I speak for everyone when I say that.
You mentioned, and it's been mentioned in the past, if you survive tonight, how much would you want to swap, or would you not want to swap?
I think, like, I don't know about everyone else, but for me, like, I just want to see some form of the game that looks different. Like, I would rather like be swap fucked and go to tribal next episode as like the sole Blackbeard on a tribe of Calicos than have to vote out any of these people again. Like, that's just where I'm at. Like, that's just how I stand. So like, regardless, I just want to see something new, see a new stage in the game, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Thank you, Liv. Benji. What if there's no swap? What if the merge is until 10? If you do the numbers, that's half the game. And if y'all can't win, how many make it to the merge at 10? How many Blackbeard?
Pretty sure you know what that answer is.
Yeah, I'll say it
to
out
answer the
loud.
first, yeah.
If you don't win a challenge, there's no swap. Merge is at 10. That means I will be snuffing 4 of y'all's torches sitting here, or 5. I think. Like 1 or 2 of you make it there. If like that's the scenario.
5.
So like that's if we're like playing scenarios. That's like the worst case scenario right there.
I'm
So
aware.
again, I'm stressing how important is this vote? Like, are you basing this vote on I'm tight with these people, I'm having their back, or I don't care what what has to happen. The weakest challenge performer is leaving. Like, what are you basing your vote on?
I feel like the answer gets tighter and tighter because, like everyone said, everyone's pulled their fucking weight. It's just we continuously come up short. We never make it easy for the other team, with the exception of a challenge. We've literally fought tooth and fucking nail, so I will never discredit anyone's work. But as far as who performed the worst, even though they've given their all, is what's going to need to be thought about first and foremost, regardless if you're socially or personally connected to people. It's not going to matter if you're not here or if you can't pull your weight.
Do you think somebody amongst this rank of 6 is pulling their weight the least?
No, I mean, that's very hard to say with a small group of people and us banding together the way we have. So I can't really say anyone's done their weight the least.
But as
We're all
captain, as captain,
communicating.
you have to be peeping a little bit more. It's your role to see who's doing what and who isn't, sort of, essentially.
That is true, and I check up on everyone just to make sure that they're doing their jobs and that we plan accordingly even when I'm not there. So that way we are all filled in at all times. Again, I don't feel anyone has not pulled their weight. It's just a matter of who everyone feels is going to continue to strengthen us moving forward, because we don't know what lies ahead.
Thank you,
And that
Benji.
literally is a little more of a personal perspective.
Thanks, Benji. Okay, Blackbeard. This is the opportunity to, I'm going to give the mic over to y'all. Whether you're feeling vulnerable or not, you want to just say something to the tribe, pump each other up before you go into this vote. I'm going to leave the floor to y'all.
Am I allowed to say something to the other tribe, whether for when they see this?
Yeah, for sure.
Good. Calico, congrats on your win. However, poor sportsmanship is bullshit. Keep it classy, well deserved. And if anyone pulls that shit again, trust I will call that shit out.
What happened? Let's discuss that before we go into the vote.
Sandy, don't even get me started. Oh,
Listen.
you just
Rescue
unleashed
button.
a beast.
It was
I
so
was busy, like,
bad.
doing, like, all of the
No. You want to know?
technical stuff, so I
You wanna
might
know?
have
Okay.
missed some facial expressions that were going down.
Oh, okay. Let's get
Happened.
back.
Go ahead, Max.
All right.
Express, spill the
so-
tea, go for it.
All right. So, as we were getting down to the wire, we realized we were running out of moves. We only had about 1 piece left. I mean, we saw the end coming to a close. They had gotten really close to our booty right at the start of the game, and then they waned off of it and then came right back to it and sat right next to it. Just kind of teasing almost, just kind of like letting us know that it's there, that they know, and that they could go if they want, but we're not going to yet. But they don't tell us that until after the game, when Alex goes in the Zoom chat and says, Julia, you're stupid. You could have won 6 rounds earlier. Like, how rude do you have to fucking be to say that out loud? Like, what? Like, say that in your Calico group chat all you want.
And Julia was cheering. You're on a tribe of 9.
Yeah, literally, she's like, oh, yeah, woohoo!
No, you're
Like,
good.
shut up.
I
Like,
literally
what?
can't stand them. If you guys are listening to this, Calico, I can't stand
God, no,
you.
let them see this one, Sandy. Let them see this one, please. So they can
You
learn
can cut out
a little
this
bit of
section.
respect when they go into merge.
You can cut out this section and post it as C-mail.
Yeah,
Listen.
true.
This is so
True.
true.
Not the
I'm
female.
living. I'm
Drop it in
crying.
there.
I'm
But
fucking
seriously,
crying.
like,
Yeah, bullshit.
just the level of
That's
respect,
stupid.
decency. Like, you already have 9 people. We're fighting for our lives over here. And then you're just gonna sit there and mock us after you win. Like, you can go cheer in your own group chat, in your own voice chat. Like, that's what we've done after the challenge.
We haven't had a
opened the
reason to
voice
cheer.
chat. I mean, obviously